Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and today's video is a body cam video of a man who I'm not going to call a frauditor, but who has definitely watched too many frauditor videos on YouTube. First and foremost, though, thank you to all of my channel members and subscribers. If you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would most certainly appreciate it, and every single time you do, a frauditor cries. I would also love to give a huge shout out to Aura for sponsoring this video.
What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's like, God dang it, you again.
Well, that's a different one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
you've got a disgruntled customer
Yes.
who's out there exercising
For no
his First
reason.
Amendment rights
Yes.
to put up a sign that
606 County.
your police are going to damage his car.
606.
Very aggressive, disrespectful.
Yes,
Calling her,
he was calling our customer name.
CUNT and raising his voice, just being disrespectful.
Yep.
And it's not like we didn't take his tire off and look at it. He's suggesting that we repaired his car yesterday.
6206,
and,
go ahead.
he came in this morning saying his tire was flat. We curbed the tire. That we hit the curb, punctured his tire. So I took the tire off, we soaked it down, and it's clearly leaking from the valve stem core. I said, look, this core is $200 tire. It's just all of a sudden just being very disrespectful and aggressive. So
Yeah.
okay, asked Todd to see if he could do something for me,
And then he came in here and was
well, very much so.
nasty.
Yeah.
What was he saying to you guys?
Well, he started out being calm. He's like, I'm not saying anything, but tire was full yesterday. When I left here, it was flat. So I said, take a look at it and see what we're doing. And
Yeah.
I took the tire off. I soaked it all up, and the only leak that I see from the tire is the actual core of the valve stem. I said, you need a valve stem, but on that, it's a TPMS where it has the TPMS like it's a chipset and a little metal valve stem. So
Yeah.
and it's not like a rubber one that you put on a conventional tire.
So where's his car now?
His wife has it.
His wife has it.
616
I
County.
went to work, so he just.
So the tire is full now, and his wife's using it and driving
You
it.
can clear 6213.
Does he owe you money at
Ontario
this time?
Sergeant.
He put 41 pounds of pressure in it yesterday, and it has 39 this morning. So it's not like it's completely flat, but it has a very small leak from the valve stem.
Yeah.
That's really the truth.
Okay. And is he straight with you? Is he square with you money-wise?
Oh
things
yeah,
like that?
money-wise, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And,
He's just
but
being
then he came in here, and what was he saying to this
aggressive.
young lady? Just
CUNT.
6206 County.
call her.
Swear to God.
6206, go ahead.
For no reason.
That's
Because I was telling him, I'm
You
like,
chose back to Station 1 mail in custody from Schenectady
Yeah,
County.
right.
start motoring.
Hi.
Seems like a peach, huh?
What's that?
Receipt 956.
Seems like a peach, huh?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, so the biggest thing is he's
Explain the story.
obviously just a disgruntled customer. But the biggest thing is he was in here causing a problem. She's a customer, and he's in here calling her names and
Yeah.
you know,
CUNT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what makes
Getting
me
mouthy with her
I
and-
like it. Yeah, I do too. It just cringe. It makes me cringe.
Dispatch 6211. 6211.
I'm talking to you.
Just advising everyone who walks in the
Talking to
station
you?
for an
Or
active
asking
emergency.
a customer?
No, I came in here and picked up their car.
10-4.
They complained about this condition I got it back in, and then when he asked me to leave, I left. And now I'm on a public sidewalk. Anything else?
So what'd you say to the customer in there?
I don't answer questions. And I responded to you. I don't answer questions.
What did you say to the customer?
If you want to get a judge to order me to do it, then I would do it. But
A judge to order you to answer questions?
yeah, they're the only one that can make you answer a question. So
Really?
yeah.
not really quite how that works.
I mean,
okay,
it's
especially
virtually enough. I don't have to answer your
when we're conducting an investigation, which we are,
Absolutely.
because there's an accusation that you were in there,
704
that you're in there yelling and swearing at people and
Okay.
using obscene language in a public setting.
Okay.
Okay, which is called
private property, but anyway.
disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
It's a public setting. It doesn't matter whether it's public property or
Yeah.
not.
For a
When you're in a
follow-up
public
for
setting and
Grand
you're
Island Town
using
Court.
obscene language that's upsetting multiple people in there, then it's what's called disorderly conduct, which is a violation of law. And when we're conducting that investigation, you are obligated to do things like give your name, date of birth, things like that,
for sure.
identify yourself, okay?
If you're
so
going
on
to
and so
mandate
forth.
that, I'll give you that.
If
I'm
you
just
want to
gonna answer
stand
your
out
questions.
here, and if you want to stand out here and hold up a sign, you can. The problem is when you cross the line and you go in and you start yelling and swearing at people.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a problem.
This
That's
morning I
a
was
violation of law.
I'll tell you this.
Okay?
This
Do you have
morning I was
identification on you, sir?
To get my car. No.
Okay. What's your last name?
Or I'm sorry, to complain about the condition of my car.
Okay. What's your last name, sir? How do you spell that, Mr. McLaughlin?
And you're saying if I don't give it to you, you'll arrest me, right?
It's considered
You're going
obstruction.
to arrest me if I don't give you
It's
my name.
considered obstruction if you don't, because we're conducting an investigation.
Okay.
Right. So it's called obstruction
I'm just
of.
verifying.
Yeah. Yep.
MCLO.
MCLO
UGH
UGH
LIN.
Mr. McLaughlin, what's your first name, sir?
Connor. CONNER.
And Connor, do you have a middle initial, sir?
J.
And what's your date of birth?
3/13/93.
3/13/92.
3.
93. Okay. So what happened with your vehicle? What's the problem that's got you this upset that you're going to
I dropped my vehicle off
your
here
time off?
yesterday. First, I had to wait 3 weeks for them to see it.
Okay.
Make 3 different appointments for them to see it.
Yeah.
But when I got it back, the back right tire was completely flat. It's a brand new tire, $200. Go and fill it
They
up.
put the tire on here?
No, they didn't have to do anything to the
Okay.
tires. And I got my car back. The tire was completely flat.
Yeah.
Go fill it up. It's flat 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
So something happened in the time it was here. I can't prove it, which is totally justifiable, valid, can't prove it, so they're not obligated, but I know that something happened to my tire here,
Yeah.
so I'm just holding a sign up on public sidewalk.
And what did they do about the tire? They didn't, when you said something, did they not make it right at all?
My
Or?
girlfriend brought it here this morning because we just picked it up last night,
Yeah.
and he checked it,
Yeah.
and they couldn't find any bubbles coming out except from the valve stem,
Right.
and he didn't want to do anything about it. And then when I got here, he tried saying that there's no leak. I said, you saw the bubbles coming out of the valve stem.
Yeah, he told me there was a
Yeah,
leak.
and then he
There
said,
seemed to be a leak out of the valve
"You're starting
stem.
to
Yeah.
irritate me, get out of here." And so I walked out, and however that went, and I left.
And where's your vehicle now?
My girlfriend has
Okay, so she's driving the vehicle.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to fill the tire up when she leaves work, yeah.
Okay. All right. It's an odd way to spend your time over a valve stem.
I'm
but-
going to be here every week, dude. Every I'm going to be right in this spot with this sign.
Hey, listen to this.
And you can tell them that. Tell them not to waste their time calling you down here anymore
Yeah.
unless I start screaming.
Well,
at them
like I said, the problem is not so much you standing here. The problem is when you go inside and you start
they
using
might have
obscene
switched
language,
it
you
to
can't.
that, but they came out here and said I was going to get arrested for slander.
Well,
So they're
you've got First Amendment rights. I know
I'm
that.
fully aware of that.
Yeah, no big deal. But like I said, when you go in and
At
you start
least
harassing
95%
customers, it's a
aware.
different thing. Okay, it's a different story.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not going to go back on their property and whatever I said in my
6207 County. You copy your name and date of birth.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be a white male. Last name Michael Charles Lincoln Ocean Union George Henry Lincoln Ida Nora McLaughlin. First name is Connor Charles Ocean Nora Edward Robert. Middle J is in John. Date of birth 031393. 3/13 of 93.
So if I go into the police station and just say like the roundabout time that this happened, you'll be able to call.
Receive 1002.
Is it S and an A or an L? This means anybody can be like. I never knew if it ended in
Dispatcher 6207 showing valid to Connor McLaughlin. Showing a D. David restricted out of Cahoes. Otherwise negative files.
Copy. You got an address?
Affirmative. Showing an address.
Copy. Ah, you were out there working on the
Yes,
back right tire last night.
Yep. Did you guys arrest
Gotcha.
anybody after the
So,
second time?
so you knew there was a You knew there was a problem with that back right tire. You were saying that the...
Yeah, I picked it up yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you trying to... You were spraying water on it trying to look for a leak last night. Did you find a leak while you were doing that?
Just in the stem.
Just in that stem, same way.
I wish I found a leak because I could have plugged it, but it's in the stem.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck
Dispatcher
happened.
9807, are you at the station?
And you think that they did something to it?
I think that I know for... Listen, I don't have, like, picture evidence that my tire wasn't flat when I dropped it off, so I'm not trying to, like, go super into that.
Yeah, right.
But I personally know that I dropped my car off, and my tire pressure light wasn't on, and my car didn't feel like I had a flat tire. And then 6 to 8 hours later, I picked it up and it's completely flat.
She stated
you have to wonder,
she's
all right,
just looking
does
to
it have
see if
like
she
a
left her
15 to
phone in the
24 hour
bathroom.
small leak?
Is there a
Right. Or a major leak.
And 20 minutes later, it's flat again. So something happened.
So
because I got in my car yesterday morning, it wasn't flat. It would have been flat then, and drove it over here, and it was okay.
Right.
And as I'm talking to him about it, he wants to say, "You're starting to irritate me because I'm not just taking no for an answer," and walks away.
Yeah.
And now I'll be here every week, dude, with this sign. That's perfectly legal. Every week I'm going to be here. Go tell your boss. Every week, dude. You've picked on somebody that has nothing but time, dude.
Again, the language.
It's free speech.
No, it's not. Just so you know, when you're...
Yes, it is.
Listen,
what I just did is free speech.
Foul language in a public setting, if it disturbs somebody, is not free speech.
I can put slut on the back of my truck. Okay?
You can say that to me all you want.
I can say that in public.
You can't.
Unless I'm doing it to cause a disturbance. But if it's my general language, I'm alled to say whatever I want.
If somebody's offended by it, though, it becomes...
You're not the feelings police, dude. It's freedom of speech. Do you really want to enforce something like that? What do you think's going to happen in 20 years? What are you talking about?
I would absolutely enforce something like that. We do it all the time.
Understandable to ridiculous.
Well, it's because you're not listening.
You're in a conversation.
You're correct. You most certainly can. You most certainly can.
I can say fuck in a conversation.
You most certainly can.
I was just in a conversation.
You can say fuck. You can tell me to go. You can do all of that.
Okay, and so
the problem is what you can't do is when you're talking to a third party. Between you and I, you can do that.
He walked up to
when
me.
You're doing, he walked up to this officer and he was speaking to this officer.
He insinuated the start of a conversation by grinning
at me. Listen, I'm trying to educate you on the law so you actually know what you're talking about because unfortunately you don't.
I can stand on a corner
disorderly
and yell
conduct.
To random people.
What
are you talking about?
You can't. That's not freedom of speech. Just like you can't
interacting with
just
third
like
party.
Is
this interacting with third party?
Just like being in a theater where you can't yell fire. That's not free speech.
That's private property. Limited public forum.
It doesn't matter about the property.
Limited public forum. It matters how it's classified.
Well, I'll tell you what. You continue to do it. When you get arrested for it, you can then explain it to the judge and try to give your theory of what you believe is correct.
Is your opinion that this is interacting with third parties? Right? Like me holding this up.
Yeah, sure. You're showing it to other people,
I can put slut on the back of my pickup truck window, which would also be interacting with third parties, and there's nothing you can do.
The difference is you're in a public setting and you're talking to somebody. You're verbalizing it, okay? There's a difference.
Okay.
And it's in the law.
Well, you can
it's under disorderly conduct if you'd like.
I'm not going to be yelling over to them.
Okay.
But I am going to be here every single week.
And that's fine. Like I said, that's your prerogative, whatever, unless we know something else or we're given... I'm Officer Murphy.
Sergeant?
No, just an officer.
Okay.
Just a patrolman.
I'm going to go clarify those laws.
6211.
You're going to what?
I'm going to go clarify what you're saying.
Putting a call on your screen.
You most certainly can, sir. We've got supervisors, everything, and they will clarify that for you. Okay? That's why I said the problem is when you cross the line is when you go in and you start calling people names inside using obscene language.
Car on a public roadway.
All right, I'm not going to argue with you. You enjoy here, but if you continue to use obscene language that bothers other people, you are going to be arrested for it, okay? I'm just letting you know.
But okay.
You can doubt it all you want,
I doubt it'll go the way you want.
Okay.
You can move your car, you kind of get that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can swing it around. So he swore to you, but he didn't make any threats to you, did he? Did he make any threats to you?
No, he just mentioned the Tuesday and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not against the law.
Right, yeah, and that's why I wanted to make sure, because if there was something that I could arrest him for, I would, but unfortunately, being out there, obscene language here, not in our presence, we have to observe it in order for it to be a violation of law. And we didn't, unfortunately, but that's why I wanted to make sure if he made a threat, then that's something I can take a complaint on and arrest him for. But
Oh, no, I would have just not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna see you.
What
I'm
does
not
the sign say?
going anywhere just yet. It says that they'll break. This place will break the vehicle. Will damage the vehicle.
Okay, thank you. I was just trying to figure out what it says.
Yeah. So I recognize he was out last night outside in front of his house. Because we had a disturbance down on, he lives in the city here.
Yes.
And we had a disturbance in the area, and he was working on that back tire last night, like looking for leaks and stuff on it last night. So I know he, had some sort of an issue with it, but
Yeah, and he brought it over
the problem is he can't. He even knows, he admitted that he has no proof that it was done here.
Right.
But he believes it was.
Right.
And that's
because
all.
we curbed the tire, but there's
these
no
rules
damage
are
to the
bad.
tire.
He
Yeah.
could have done it at any point from then till now.
Yeah.
No, not allowed.
Oh, good Lord! It's just
I just hate that. Like
the lack of.
My son happened to have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was still a school bus driver.
He's got it worse than we do.
Yeah. Well, I work for a tow company, that's awesome. So I got a lot of those people, but.
The whole feelings enforcement thing just annoys the absolute crap out of me because he heard that on somebody's YouTube channel and he's repeating it now because he thinks it makes him sound smart. It doesn't. Let's just be completely honest here. Our system of justice and the way our laws are created are very, very much based on feelings and morality. A group of people take a look at an action and say, okay, do we believe this to be right or do we believe this to be wrong? If the majority believes that that action is inherently wrong, it's created into a law and then it's enacted on society. One of the reasons laws change is because morals change and feelings change. We used to execute people in the 1600s for being witches. We don't do that anymore because societal morals have changed. The way people feel about those actions have changed. Police have always been feelings police, if you want to get down to it. These guys are just too stupid to realize that. Now, he has been warned multiple times that it isn't about the language in public, it is about what he is doing. He is addressing people in that business and continuing to curse at them, and he has been told if he continues to do that, it is not covered under freedom of speech, but it is going to get him arrested for disorderly conduct.
And the thing is, he looks.
I want one. I'm gonna go with you looking for one.
I got lucky
twice.
twice.
Mom, who looks like Xander, and Dad, and he's gonna look like Dad.
So if I'm
trying to help him. I really did.
He's saying this is valve stem.
It
What
is.
you guys did in fucking engine work.
Yeah.
You did spark plugs.
Yeah, so we curbed it.
if there's
If I can put a $2 valve stem in it, I will.
if while we're here anybody gets offended by his obscene language, let us know. Then we've got cause to
remove
to take him for disorderly conduct.
Yeah, I'd rather not see him arrested, but it's very unreasonable.
I'd rather not arrest him. I'd rather him just go on his way. And,
The people backed out on the purchase, so I was like, I'm on my way.
Look at your freaking, you look like your father.
Wow.
He will be way over 100 pounds.
Like
his dad.
the size of those paws, yeah.
You haven't seen a picture of his dad, have you? His dad is freaking huge.
His dad is about 135 pounds.
Yeah, he's gonna be a daddy's boy.
He's actually great. So they both played it.
He came up and gave him $1, thought he was homeless.
Well, that's what I thought when I pulled up. Yeah, that's all right. If he's standing there, he's leaving someone else alone, so I don't care.
Yeah, right. You know as well as I do is it's not going to deter somebody who's coming up to give you business anyways. That sign is not going to deter them anyways.
You can't read it unless you stop right on top of it.
Right. And if I told him the only thing I told him was as far as his language and stuff.
Yeah.
If he's out there using obscene language and it's disturbing other people, then it's a disorderly conduct charge and he can be arrested for it. And,
because he was calling. He was telling her.
So.
Not necessary.
Hell, that car had no damage before it got here, right?
Okay, I don't know. Does
Did you tell her I'm gonna be here every week?
We hear you, pal. Everybody knows you have no job and you'll
I
be
told you
here.
already once about the language. I'm not going to tell you again, okay?
About the fucking what?
Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. That's enough. They're offended by it. Yep.
It's my language.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir. Okay?
Right.
You're going to be arrested at this point for disorderly conduct and obscene language, okay?
Yep. That keys in my pocket.
I explained it to you and...
Freedom of speech. Yeah. I'll be back tomorrow, don't worry.
As long as you're not using obscene language.
Dispatch 6211.
6211. You do cheeseburgers?
Just advising of a call. I am pending. It's going to be a phone call. The complainant.
I wasn't rude till your boss called me irritating and walked away from the conversation.
I'm calling it irritating and
regards
doing what you're doing are two
to-
totally different things.
Well, yeah, I didn't say they weren't.
Hey, if this is the way you want to spend your life.
That her kids go to every day.
I'll just do some work.
Yeah. And I just will bust out the paperwork and get it done. 6207 County.
7, go ahead.
Can you show one male in custody, please? The male that I ran, and I'll be transporting from this location to the station for processing.
That's okay.
Just gonna ignore it.
6207 to 6204.
You didn't leave my property back there, did you?
Good. Will you just go back and get a name of one of the customers there while he was using the obscene language, if you would, please?
Can't wait to see you before, dude. All the YouTube videos and you don't know the difference between free speech and disorderly conduct?
Like I said, you will get the opportunity to explain that in court, sir.
You're not telling me anything I don't know. I literally just said I can't wait to see you in court.
Okay.
Your body cam's on, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for actually answering it this time.
I didn't hear you ask me before if you did.
Oh, I apologize.
But it was on. Yeah, it was on from the moment I pulled up before I got out of my car.
You didn't mute it or anything when you were talking to them?
No, not when I was talking to anybody else on scene there besides my supervisor.
Is there a reason you didn't put my seatbelt on?
What's that?
Is there a reason you just drove me here without my seatbelt on?
Why, are you hurt?
Well, it's about getting hurt if you don't have your seatbelt on, right? That's why it's a regulation.
Are you hurt? (6207) County, you can show me out at the station.
Received 1017. Dispatch 6211. Just advising there's another walk-in at the station looking to file a report on a missing
Come on out,
license
sir.
plate.
10-4.
1018.
Any chance I can go to the bathroom before we do this?
Let me see what we got available. Yeah, I would
Other
disagree,
than your
but
opinion of possibly fact, but opinion of me being disorderly and directly going against that.
that's not being disrespectful to me. That's just violating the law.
Wasn't disrespectful to you at all.
Well, I think you've been disrespectful just the way you've been talking.
Well, that's the way I talk, sir. It's my freedom of speech.
Indeed it is. You have that right.
What's that?
You're not the first person.
Saying fuck in my language?
You are saying it out loud and you're not supposed to.
Yeah, for sure.
Not muddy.
Yeah, just face the wall here for me. I'm going to take this off. Take your left hand and place it on the wall up above your head, please. On the wall. There you go. Thank you.
So the only reason he is doing this is because the owner told him that he was done with the conversation because the guy was irritating. He has absolutely nothing better to do than to stand outside with a sign saying that people are going to ruin their cars if they bring it to this shop. He drove off when he picked up his car, yet he says it was a completely flat tire when he picked up the car. Obviously, that's a lie, because you're not going to drive off on a completely flat tire. And somehow I seriously doubt this repair shop is going to hand him the keys with one completely flat tire and say, okay, here you go. I don't think that happened. Now, if you remember from the beginning of the video, this isn't just because he was outside. He was in the business calling customers names and screaming and cursing at them. That's why the officer asked for the customers' names. It's because those are the people that were complaining about him. So he may not want to believe that disorderly conduct is a thing, but 100% you can be arrested for this, and it is not covered under freedom of speech. Because it is not just the language that is the problem. It is the action and the intent. And that's what he was arrested for. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see. And I will catch you on the next one.